What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Some. Hit the keys. Here today with 7 freebies and a deal so great it's almost free. So let's go ahead and just get right into the first freebie. The first one I got for you guys is this Lander guitar. So as you see here, with this, you do have to sign up for a free trial of Lander subscription. But you can do like I did. I just signed up and then I canceled it right away and I still got the guitar. As you see, the guitar looks like this. It plays a bunch of different melodies, such as like something like. So then you can make melodies with this. And I'm just pushing different keys, as you can see down here. So you can look down here and see the keys that I'm pushing. Oh, I pushed the wrong keys again. So, it's kind of like you're chopping up samples and so on and so forth, but there's a bunch of different stuff in here. You can also change the key in this really easy if you wanted to. So bam, now we're at. So it's got a bunch of different stuff in there that you can mess with. We can come in here and you've got all kinds of different presets in here. So you've got everything from Spirit to Solar to Slate to Skyline to Steel, so on and so forth. Before we continue, if you see me scratch my nose, I have a nose hair that is rubbing into my mustache and it is killing me. I probably should have saved that before or shaved that before the video, but we're here now. So let's just go ahead and continue forward. But you got just different stuff, so we'll just go into different ones. We'll load them up. We'll slow this one up. So obviously you could do stuff with that. You've got different controls over here. So if you push this down, it'll just hold it for you. All right, so it'll just hold down whatever note you put. I don't know what this does. I tried it. I don't know what it does. This right here speeds it up. This is halftime. This is reverse. This is up an octave. This is down an octave. So. So you see that made it go faster. That's halftime. This is reverse. This is down an octave. Lies. That's up an octave. This is down an octave. And then just click on it again to get it to go back up an octave for you. Let's go ahead and click on some other presets here. I mean, this thing has all kinds of different stuff. So you know what I'm saying? It's got regular guitars, jazz, all kinds of stuff in here for you. All right, so let's find something else just real quick. Let's just go into this gold real quick, and let's just go with these core drives. We'll load this up. So that's me holding down 2 of the keys. You also get a ton of effects in this thing. So as you see here, you're gonna get different like controls over tone, drive, movement, echo, space, reverb, all that stuff. Oh, I didn't notice this. You get wah, you get low pass filter, you get a high pass filter. So that means you're gonna get different kind of distortions here. So you're gonna get tube. You'll also get like fuzz. Bit crusher. Then you get compressor. You'll also get movement. So chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger probably. Oh wow, and flutter. And you got echo too. So I know I just destroyed this sound, but this right here is pretty fire for the free ski or for having to sign up for a free subscription, which do not forget to go immediately to the subscription and cancel the subscription. But you'll still get to use all of Lander's stuff for that week, and you'll get to keep this guitar forever. All right, guys, and then up next, we have a freebie that is good for only a limited time. This last one's a limited time only. Really, a lot of this stuff is limited time only, but this one comes from Karani Sounds, and it's called Matra. So when you take a look at Matra, it's gonna look like this. I've done a full review on this, as you see on their page, Bladao. I'm right here. But this right here is a resonant delay and rhythm designer. So it does a bunch of stuff. It just changes your tones, your harmonics. You can get different tempos on the delay, a different kind of spread, different overall tone. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I did download this, but I don't have a sample beat today, so I don't have nothing to play this on. But again, I've done a full review on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play a couple of parts of my review on this and let you see what this can kind of do. And then I'll leave this review link below. You can check it out. But for free, this is definitely another. Both these two plugins are must have for freebies. So the first thing that I used it on in this beat was actually this piano. The piano sounded like this initially. All right, and then once I threw Mantra on there, I got it to sound like this. I make myself laugh sometimes, which is horrible, but that distortion or delay sounded fire to me. I really like that, but I do like this plugin. Let me go ahead and skip forward to another part. So here's what the guitar sounded like without Matra on there. All right, and then once I threw the Matra on there, I got it to sound like this. Yeah, I mean, this is a solid plugin. I'm not going to go too much in depth because, again, like I said, if you want to see a full review, I've done a full review on this in the past. You guys are literally seeing the video as proof. I would just go grab this. It's really easy to grab. And again, the download links for all this stuff will be in the, you know what I'm saying, the comment section or the description as always. All right, guys. And up next, this isn't necessarily a freebie, but this is an every year deal around this time when Black Friday is coming around. IK Multimedia offers a bunch of different deals on their plugins. Right now, they're currently offering Philharmonic 2 CE, which is the light version, for $1 American doll hair. So let's check the story out. So as we see here, if you come over here to Humble, every year they're going to have this ultimate music production bundle, and there's different bundles that you can go through. If you're just looking for the dollar one, it's just going to be Philharmonic, and that's cool. You can just grab that one. But they've got different other bundles. So you see one item bundle right here, but this is for just $1 for this. 10 item bundle, $20, and you're going to get these 10 items. So like Moto bass, Moto drum, T-Rax, Philharmonic, piano verses in there. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. This right here alone is worth like $75 to $100. I mean, they charge more than it, but I'd pay $100 for this plugin right here. I would pay it, you know, this Moto drum 1 and 2. So it's not, or I guess it is Moto bass 2. It says here in the picture. So, you know, this is a good deal. They've got different tiers that you can go through and get different stuff. So I would recommend looking at this because, you know, you can get a bunch of different stuff for free. Not for free, but for like $20, $30 from IK Multimedia, and they make good stuff. I mean, the $45 bundle is going to get you a bunch of T-Rax stuff, Moto drums, Moto bass, the Philharmonics, the piano verse, a bunch of different Moto drum kits, bunch of different Moto bass kits, the full version of Philharmonic, you know, total studio essentials. So it gets you a whole lot. So this is just something I wanted to add because for the $1 though, you can get this Philharmonic and you can't beat that at all. And up next, guys, is something I'm kind of excited about. It's not out yet, but it'll be out soon. It's from the usual suspects and it's called the JE8086. It's an emulation of the Roland JP8080. So when you look at it, it's going to look like this in all its glory. Very nice looking GUI. This thing is going to be free. It sounds good, just not out yet. But what they say here is they've already given us some epic emulations, including, yeah, they did that. Walrus was tight. This Virus TI emulation was fire. And now it's just, this is probably going to be a very solid emulation. So we'll listen to a little bit of the sounds. But what they said is, I don't have all the information on this. This is just something that we're keeping an eye on. But it offers 2 oscillators, including the Super Saw. You also get an authentic effects section, a multi-mode filter, a pitch, a filter, amp envelopes. The demo video is trance heavy, but we'll take a look here at it real quick and just hear what some of the sounds sound like. Usual suspects. If you see this video, y'all need to send this to me expeditiously. I'll put out something on this. I've been checking this out. I've been following this. Nah, but for real, this sounds cool. I'm not going to go through the whole demo. You guys can check this out. But hopefully as soon as this comes out, I get it and I can put out a video for you. I might put out if I can get my hands on this early, I'd probably put out a full video on this and not just a news report video. But I think this thing's going to be fire. And the 4th freebie that I have for you guys today is another absolute banger. It looks like Initial Audio came out with version 2 of Initial Clipper. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. So I reviewed Initial Clipper, the first version when it first came out, liked it a lot. They ended up making a charge for it, but in this new updated version, I can't remember exactly everything that was in the old version, but I know they have saturation threshold control, and they've got like a LUFS meter over here too, along with the ceiling that you can control. So like, this is a beat that you guys may have heard before. It's in 2 videos, but I just grabbed a beat for this. But like, listen to the drums. All right, so that's before I put the Initial Clipper on there. Now, what makes this dope is that you can push this gain into the clipper, and then you can push saturation into the clipper as well and set the threshold and the ceiling, which is dope, while also getting a look at your LUFS meter. So I just have initialized clipper on my drum bus right now. I'm going to push play, and then I'm going to turn it on. You're going to immediately hear the difference in the drums because I was able to push the drums with the input and the saturation. Now, obviously, I know that's aggressive, but that's a huge change, but that's what you can hear in the clipper. So let's pull this gain down a little bit. Let's pull this threshold down a little bit, and let's kind of mess with these settings just so you can kind of see what this sounds like. And you can hear that saturation doing its job without distorting the signal too much. It's distorting it a little bit, but not too much. And you got your threshold. And then what's cool is when you start combining this input and this threshold, you can really get some crunchy drums if that's what you're looking for. So this thing's pretty cool. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I wasn't sure if I was gonna cover this at first, but I liked the first clipper so much. I was like, you know what, man, let me go ahead and cover this because, you know, I rock with Initial Audio. I mean, I don't know them niggas, but I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? And I checked this out. This is a pretty fire clipper if you don't have a clipper. But I know every DAW at this point really has clippers and all that stuff in there. But if you need one, my ninjas, this is the one. The fifth freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Fractured Sounds, and it's called Blueprint Brass Ensemble. So this one's pretty cool. It's got some good sounds. I'm having an issue right now. It'll probably happen on stream if it does not, or it'll probably happen in this video if not. Not taking any shots at Fractured Sounds. They do a lot for the community. They give us a lot of good free sounds that are for fire. But if I'm having issues, I told you guys I was going to show you the issues every time I have an issue. So basically, we'll start off with this first, because once it closes down, I'm not coming back to it. So, you know, it sounds like... You know what I'm saying? So it sounds pretty cool. You know, you've got different miking for it. So you can see how the miking changes the perspective and everything. Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Hey, I like how y'all did this perspectives thing right here. Then you have different control over like color. Sorry, the way this keyboard's set up right now, I can't even hit chords because my mic is in the way. So this thing sounds pretty good. I rock with it. You know, it's gonna have like different kinds of reverb. You know? So it's cool. But the problem that I'm having with this now, if I turn this one off, okay, well, it's not. Oh, no. This is the problem that I've been having. If I just have this one on, it's been crashing, but it's not giving me no sounds. So you see how I'm pushing buttons? It's not giving me anything. So I don't know what's up with this staccato, but y'all gotta fix that because I don't know why it's not giving me no sounds. I mean, I'm pushing it here. I'm pushing it on my keyboard. That's just one, but look at all. So I don't know. Y'all gotta fix that. But the sustain sounds fire. So, you know, those are my opinions on that, you know. The sixth freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Rescopic Sound High Voltage SFX Library. Yeah, well, let's take a look at the story. So this thing is looks pretty fire. I would have downloaded it, but it is 10 gigabytes. And so since it is 10 gigabytes, I don't have the room for this on my computer. I've got to worry about some other reviews this week that are coming up. Omnisphere 3 comes out in a couple of days. I don't got room for this. But if you're into like, you know, sound scoring and stuff like that, it does have some really solid sounds in here. So I had to make sure I covered it. I just don't have 10 gigabytes for this because this isn't something that's fit in any genre of music that I'm doing. So as you understand first, as we get started, these are all special effects sounds and stuff. Yeah, we'll just go to there. But these are all special effects. These are all special effects sounds. So it's not like instrument stuff. So it's just all stuff for like movies and stuff like that. Not bad. You know what I'm saying? I recommend checking that out too, if you need something like that. And the last story that I have for you guys today comes from To Be Played Music. They are offering To Be Played Reverb for free. Again, I didn't download this again, but it's one of the first reviews that I did on this channel, as you guys can see here, over 5 years ago. So I'm just gonna push play. You guys can hear kind of what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it goes. So this is what the piano sounds like without any reverb. And this is what it's going to sound like. Then I'm going to go through some of the settings so that you can hear. All right, so this is cool. The one reason I showed this video is because of this distortion part. As the distortion adds to the reverb, it doesn't get too much and it just kind of really, fills that sound out. I will honestly say this though, if you have a good reverb, you might not need this one. But if you like messing around with different reverbs or you're using all stock plugins, this reverb is probably better than what your stock reverb is, unless you're talking about like FL Studio and like whatever the nice one is. I forget what it's called, but this probably ain't better than this ain't better than FL Reverb 2 though. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a hard reverb. But like most DAWs or free DAWs, this is gonna be better than what's in there. So that's what I got for you guys today in this free plugin roundup. You know what I'm saying? I got some fire stuff in here. Make sure you get that Lander guitar. Make sure you get that Mantra. Make sure you get that initial clipper. All those are essentials. They're all limited time only, except for maybe initial clipper, but it's all some fire stuff. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always. Signing off as your anchor man. Sum, hit the keys. Until next time, peace.
Sum, hit the keys.